Hey there, Synth Explorers. Welcome back to Groovy Music. Today I'm going to be giving you the lowdown on some tips that I wish I knew when I was setting up my home studio. And I've been through several iterations of a home studio, and I've been working on home studios for about 6 or 7 years now. So I wanted to go through some of my tips which I wish I knew before I got started. Tip number one, I think it's really important to start at the beginning about what you're going to be recording and what kind of music you're going to be making. So thinking about the number of inputs you're going to need. Are you a singer-songwriter? Are you just going to be okay with one or two inputs for a guitar and a microphone? Or are you looking to do hardware synths where you might want to have a lot more inputs? That might change the style of studio that you go for initially anyway. If you're doing singer-songwriter acoustic music, you might want to have a really nice preamp on a smaller interface. But if you're looking at a bigger studio, you're recording several people, like a band, then you're going to want to think about a bigger interface that can take more input. Tip number two, definitely think about your computer first. Having a computer that is man enough for the task and is going to last you a few years is really important. One of the mistakes that I made was I got a gaming laptop and I thought it was going to be great, but actually it didn't work out that good for music recording. So I got an M1 Mac Mini, which is still lasting me really well today. So you can get one of those secondhand or refurbished really cheaply these days. Definitely a really good option if you're looking for a computer to start making music with. Point number three, this is a controversial one, but I bought myself some half-decent monitors and then realized that my room wasn't treated. I was driving my wife insane. So getting a really decent pair of headphones that you can get comfortable with, get used to how they sound. And if you're doing vocals and guitar or acoustic guitar and you're going to be recording with a microphone, you want to get some closed back ones so you don't get any bleed into your microphone. If you want to do sort of electronic producing, also closed back is good as well because they tend to be better for bass response. But basically invest in a really good pair of headphones. You're always going to want a decent pair of headphones for mixing or for producing, and then think about monitors later on, or think about a cheap pair of monitors just to listen to your audio on. Point number four, buy the gear for what you want to do and think about what you want in the future. So like I mentioned earlier about interfaces, this is a really good example because you might start off thinking, oh, I only need two inputs, but actually you might end up needing 4, 8 or 12 or more in the future. So think about what you need now, but also give yourself a bit of wiggle room so you're not going through interfaces like there's no tomorrow like I did. I bought a 2-input interface, I got an Audient ID4, and then I ended up getting a Focusrite 8i6, and then I got myself an 18i20. So, in hindsight, it would have been better for me to get a bigger interface earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't sell something secondhand and then get a new one secondhand. It's definitely worth looking to get something else. Point number five, buy slowly. It's very easy to look at other people's studios and get gear envy or get gas about wanting to, own everything straight away, and getting to know the gear that you have is really critical. And also it helps with creative limitations. So if you have a certain synth that you get to know really well, you're going to get the most out of it and you're going to really understand how it works and how it sounds before you jump into the next thing. And then you're going to spend time learning about the new gear as well. So yeah, think about that process and think about really understanding what you're doing and enjoy the gear that you have before thinking about the next piece. Point number six, try all of the digital audio workstations before you decide. You might have all your mates are using FL or they might be using Logic, but give them all a go, see which ones fit for you first, and then get used to them. And it's going to be hard for you to make a change from one to the other once you've got familiar with how one works. So try them all out, decide which one works best for you, and then stick with it. And also get to know the devices that are on there as well, because there'll be great instruments and effects that will be really good, perfectly acceptable for getting started with before thinking about spending lots of money on third-party plugins, which might look shiny, but actually there's loads of really great sounds that you can get out of your stock plugins. So definitely get to know those before spending lots of money unnecessarily on third-party plugins. Point number seven, focus on the workflow that works for you. All of this stuff is just a means to an end, so you want to have as little barriers as possible between, turning your computer on and making music. As soon as I want to start making music, I don't want any barriers because I know that if there is any, then I either won't bother or it'll be difficult for me to actually get into it. And you just want to be able to crack on once you load up. Make sure that you have your microphone set up. If you have all your inputs set up, try and leave them like that so you can just switch on your interface, switch on your computer, and then you're off. No messing around. Try and have things set up so that you can get stuck into the really important thing, which is making music. Cool. I hope you found those tips useful. And if you're looking for anyone to help with your production journey, I've started doing one-to-one sessions. So you can go onto my website at kubemusic.com, get in touch if you want to do some one-to-one sessions, and I can help guide you in the right direction. Or if you're looking for mixing or production for your own songs, then give me a shout.